One of the mysteries in the book is called the mystery of the ninth of Av, and the ninth of Av is this. And some people know when the temple was destroyed by the Romans in 70 A.D. It was destroyed on the ninth of Av. When the first temple of Solomon was destroyed by the Babylonians centuries before that, it was destroyed on the exact same day, the ninth of Av. And throughout Jewish history, you see some of the greatest calamities take place on the exact same day. The Jews were expelled from England, ninth of Av, from France on the ninth of Av, Spain on the ninth of Av, Holocaust, ninth of Av. I mean, amazing. It's a calamity. But if the ninth of Av is a day of calamity, the 10th of Av is the day of redemption, because God, when the Jewish people lose a homeland, God starts immediately working on another homeland so they could survive. Okay, so now listen to this. A few centuries ago, the Jewish people are fleeing for their lives. They're losing their greatest refuge. This land was the greatest refuge. They're fleeing their lives, going to the ships, taking off from the ships, or else they get killed. They're leaving. They lost their greatest refuge. When was it? It was on the 9th of Av. But in the same land, same date, same year, same harbors are three ships, the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria, on the same day, 9th of Av. When the Jewish people are losing their Spain, which was their greatest refuge, God is already preparing the next refuge, the greatest refuge, America. The next day, on the 10th of Av, day of redemption, the three ships set sail, discover America. America will become the greatest refuge for the Jewish people. And not if it's for the Jewish people, if the Jewish people are blessed, it's for the refuge for everybody. Because if most of us are blessed because our ancestors found refuge here, that all goes back to America's existence. It begins on the 9th of Av. The mystery is from the Bible, from the ancient days of Babylon, America.
As we close, I mean, there are so many different mysteries we could be talking about here. What would you say would be one of the relevant mysteries out of this book? And I know I'm asking you to choose from a menu of 365
That's
of them.
right.
But for our lives today, and looking at the spiritual condition of our nation and the church in general, what would be a mystery that would speak to that condition in these days?
Okay, several of the streams of mysteries are concerned the end times, and I'll just mention this. There's something called the chiasma, the mystery of the chiasma. What's that? Okay, chiasma is something God does in the Bible where the beginning and the end are parallel each other, the beginning and the end. So let me tell you here now the prophetic mystery. What it is now is that the beginning of the age, God has set up the age as a chiasma, meaning the end of the age will parallel the beginning of the age. In the beginning of the age, you had Israel in the world, you got Israel back. You had Jerusalem, you have Jerusalem back. You had Jewish believers, you got Jewish believers back. You had Christians who loved Israel, you have them back. But also you had apostasy. You had an anti-Christian world culture. You're getting that again. So what it's saying is, if everything is returning to the way it was at the beginning of the age, then we as God's people must return to how the church was at the beginning of the age. If the dark is getting darker, we have to get brighter. We have to become as the book of Acts. We have to live as they lived. We have to stand as they stood. We have to be lights in the darkness. We have to overcome the world. So this can be on one hand the worst time, but the greatest time if we will let it make us great. We must be the candles in the dark. So that this can be our greatest moment, but we have to be strong. We got to be like Elijah. That's how it has to be right now.